What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ICNV Drivers Edition, and today we are headed out to the Chicago Auto Show. Yes, when I say we, I'm talking about me and Lady V. I want to give you some behind the scenes of what I do when I come out to showcase and shoot videos for you guys. She's here to take a look at some cars that actually caught her eye while she was out and about, and she wants to get up more close and personal with them and maybe experience them. Like, for instance, you know we've been talking about that Jeep for quite some time. I don't know if it's something she's really going to truly pursue, but she likes the Jeep. And we're talking about the Wrangler. So let's dive into today's auto show. Now, when we look at it, the first thing I want to sit there and say to you is the Chicago Auto Show has reduced in size, and because of that, it just quite isn't the same fare as before. But we're not going to sit back and talk about what's not here right now at the moment. We're going to celebrate who came up and showed out what they had to offer. Now, as I start to head through, you see Ford is in heavy presence. Yes, Ford and Toyota. But on the Ford side, they are definitely showcasing this new Bronco. That tells you right now that this is the product they want to push out, along with several other SUVs and pickups. So Ford is definitely on that, how should I say, SUV grind. But when we look at Toyota, they have a showcase of some of everything. And when I say everything, they're trying to accommodate the consumer by giving you different options to pursue vehicles. We're talking about 4Runners, we're talking about SUVs, pickups, all the way down to sports cars, performance coupes. They have it all. So we're seeing two different approaches by two different manufacturers. But like I said, Ford is trying to showcase this Bronco. Let's take a look at what it can do real quick. Now, you know me, we're moving ahead, and yes, I'm here for the Chevy products. I like the Corvette. So let's go take a look at the new Corvette. As you see right here, we're looking at the E-Ray. Yes, it's not new, but this E-Ray right here is a different aspect. It is the E250, which I believe is a tribute or a celebration to the American history of 250 years. It's an anniversary coming, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, look at this car. It is stunning and it's amazing. I like this white outside interior, but I love the accent of the American flag going across the car. As you see that is definitely a tribute to America, 250 years. Now, I will ask you a question. Would you rather see this in red, black, or even our favorite color, which is Sebring orange? But either way, I think this new design layout with this 250 years tribute is definitely something to add a different look to this car. But as we sit here looking at the E-Ray, I'm not going to dive into the common conversations because you know they exist, but we will talk more about the E-Ray in future videos to follow up. Now, as I gravitate over to, yes, the star power of the hour, and that is the Corvette C8 ZR1. Now, I am kind of a little upset that we didn't get the ZR1X because that has been out at several other auto shows, but for some odd reason, we were not able to get it here in Chicago. Chevy, that is like I ain't gonna say a slap in the face, but it's definitely saying something. For normal driving conditions. And considering the C8 ZR1 is nothing more than an elevated, or should I say, a performance enhanced version of a GT car, because the Corvette is a GT car. Many people don't actually understand or embrace it or actually take that into consideration. And I will be honest with you, despite not having the ZR1 present, I will sit there and say this ZR1 is an amazing car, and we know that. But looking at it sit in this base form without the ZTK package, I will admit you can absolutely mistake it for something else, meaning like a Z06 or an E-Ray. So without the arrow, this car presence isn't quite the same. But if you spend the bucks and you spend the money, you know what's under the hood. And yes, it would never, or should I say, you know what's in the rear of the car, the mid-engine of the car, and the performance would never be the same or outmatched. I got a video coming about the ZR1 later on. We could talk about it a little bit later. But as you see right now, I'm sitting here showing you that I made a video about the Z06. Yes, the C8 Z06. I know it's been on the marketplace for quite some time, but this Sebring orange is the color I've always liked and adored. but seeing them bring it back now makes me desire a C8 Z06 and C-Ring Orange. And because you can only get a 2026 spec out this way, and take a look at this one, I will admit that new interior in person does hit different than it does in videos. So if you have not seen it yet, go out and take a look at it in person. But now, let's take a look at the car of the hour, or should I say the concept that's getting a lot of hype, the C8X, which is the new Corvette 10 version.
We're diffusing all the forged carbon fiber inside this car. If you look at the wheels, the aero on every aspect of this car is meant for nothing but for pure performance and downforce. When you look at the engine in the car, we are seeing more of what we would like to say the next generation, the next step of the Corvette platform, or should we say the evolution.
Now, as we look at the interior of this Corvette CX-10 concept, this is something next level, or should I say futuristic. And this is something that definitely has been taken from somebody's mind and brought to a reality. Now, will this car be designed like this when it hits the street? I 100% seriously doubt it, but just the creative aspect to bring something like this to life is astonishing. And let's be real, the roof access is not something that is actually logical or be used for everyday use, especially for our traditional Corvette owners. So we probably would never see this pure design hit the street, but it's still nice to see that they can build some amazing cars.
He just passed me up. How dare you pass me up? How dare you?
So as we get out more, you see Lady V is having her fun enjoying the auto show. And of course, you see, I'm right back to work, especially over in this Jeep area. I'm not going to lie to you, Jeep has some nice cars available for us to look at, and especially this new model right here. Yes, it reminds me of, dare I say it, the Dodge Nitro, but it has the Jeep flavor to it, and the fact that you can take off the doors just made it all that more significant to me. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. It's a car that looks fun, and I would say for me this would definitely be something for the wife or my daughters to drive, and maybe it's something I will actually help them get in the future. But for me, it's not that vehicle to own, especially for long term. So although I like the design and everything they've done with this new Jeep concept, and I have a video coming out about it, it's just not the video for me to move forward today. But like I said, look at the cute aspects of this car. The lighting's amazing. The look is amazing. The fact you can take the doors off. The fact that they have an open access roof hatch that you can go from the inside to the outside. It's hard to believe such a small vehicle, a small compact vehicle, is embracing the off-road concept. But enough about that. We're going to get into the Jeep experience, and I want you guys to share with me my experience with the Jeep. Now, I wanted to actually get in the Wrangler, the big boy with the V8. So let me show you how that went.
85th anniversary for the Jeep.
85th anniversary, no I did not.
They're sponsor of America 250, so Celebration of America. That's what they did. We're going to go over here, we're going to let the suspension do all the work while we do it right up here. 35s. Climbs right over, gives a nice smooth ride up top. Lights moving like crazy down there. Wow. Got disconnected sway bars and lockers on here. Solid axle, makes it very stable. For all this, we're going to keep all four tires on the ground with this Jeep. Come over there like that. We move about a 30-degree angle.
30-degree angle.
Ground clearance. We got almost 13 inches of ground clearance. And with the 35s and 1 inch of lift on this truck, we can go through 32.5 inches of water.
32 inches of water.
It's got a real hood scoop on there with a water separator, so it allows to actually separate water. 470 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. Nice. 28 feet high. 40.
As you see, my man Swole and Ray couldn't help himself. They had to photobomb my video.
All right to the top, no problem. Can't see see over, but we got the camera to see through. We've got a hill descent button. We won't push that, but we could. Go down there nice and easy. Got the one-touch top on there, the airbags with you, Gorilla Glass, the antenna over there. Kind of nice, kind of nice. So we're gonna get over here, disconnecting sway bars. 30% more wheel articulation, just drives right over this little speed bump. And that's how you do it. Boom. So all 4 doors will come off without tools now. That's kind of new this year.
Okay.
So we're going to drive through this crevasse here. We're going to be riding on the outer 2 inches of the tire. So we just drive right through here like this. Keep it center, use the camera. You have those lines will guide you through there so you can kind of see where you're going. And if you line that right up, you'll see where you're at with it. So it's kind of nice. Yeah, that's the 392 in here. Don't wish you had a V8, get a V8.
Don't wish you have a V8, get a V8. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too.
That is the new saying for the day. Don't wish you had a V8, get a V8. Of course, after I had my fun with this show-stopping Jeep experience, of course, Lady V had to go through and have her own. So let's talk about her experience right now. As you see, I was in the blue truck. I felt like I was part of the advertising. She's in the black one, and the experience is almost the same. Let's see how she's enjoying it.
Okay, here we go. Wow.
Here's the best part. Here's the best part.
And you know what they say, what goes up must come down. I think it's safe to say that both of us actually enjoyed the Jeep Expedition, or should I say the Jeep Ride and Drive experience. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it changed my viewpoint on the Jeep. Yes, I currently have the Range Rover, which I call Orion, and the incline ability it has is impressive. The fact it can go through water is impressive. But I would tell you this, there's only one Jeep, and this experience made me enjoy it. But it's time to move on. So we're going to go over to the Cadillac area. Yes, because the Escalade IQ, I would like to say, has been haunting my wife. She's seen this truck a few times out and about, and she really likes it.
You sure you can't give me a deal? Yeah, this black one is it. Can you see it with the light? Can you start it to see the lights or no?
You want
like
to see it?
the in the front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She definitely had to get all the information she could get on this truck because it's something she really desires.
So this, lights up.
It lights up. Not the front.
Yeah. And if you have
They're
groceries.
competing with Corvette. It has a front.
Yeah.
Oh, and it comes out, so I don't have to climb
So you don't have
in
to
there.
climb in there. You
Because I'm
can just
short. I need
pull it out.
No, that is hot. So you guys, who did you steal this from? Corvette? Because you guys didn't always have this. This is awesome. Okay, what other fun features do you have? Because that's fun.
This one is the luxury trim, so it's not going to have all the bells and whistles.
Sure.
But the higher trims have the automatic opening and closing doors. So there's just a button. You swipe it, and the doors will open and close.
Does this have it?
This trim doesn't. I don't know why they did.
Because when I see these come down the road, I remember my first instance, I said, what is that?
Yeah?
Like it demands attention when you are coming down. Yeah, it is, but
There we go.
that's hot. That is hot.
You know it's a Cadillac coming down the road.
No, at first I was just like, what is that? And then I walked up picking my son up from school. He played soccer, and a parent was parked in a parking lot, and I literally walked up to them and I said, I'm sorry, but I need to look in your car. And he was like, yeah, go ahead. And I was just like, it was so.
Imagine picking up your son in this.
Right? This is good right here, son. You can take the Volkswagen.
That's right, that's right.
Right. I love this so much. Thank you. What's your name?
Mike.
Mike, I appreciate that.
of
You
course.
showed me some things
thank
that
you.
I wasn't fully aware of.
Yeah.
So now I want one even more.
Well, that's just a quick preview to my wife, Lady V's, experience with the Cadillac IQ. Like I said before, we have a whole video coming out with her, the Escalade IQ, and what she learned about the video. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a fun video, I guarantee. Come on, you can't deny it. This Escalade IQ, it has an amazing look, appeal, it's head turning, it's stunning. Let's just get out the way. It's a stunning looking vehicle. And despite the fact I'm not a huge fan of hybrids, I actually think I might actually try to get my hands on one. Or should I say, Lady V is probably going to try to get her hands on one. Because this vehicle really, truly, I would say out of everything we've seen so far in the hybrid market space, behind the Hummer, or should I say just equivalent as the Hummer new EV, this car right here is definitely something that we would love to have as one of our own. So stay tuned, we might go electric. Now, one of my biggest, I would say, gripes with the Chicago Auto Show, let's not say gripes, the Chicago Auto Show has now expanded, should I say.
This is a new tribute to the Chicago Auto Show. We got the lowriders out here. Tell me what you think of the lowriders. Do you like this, where the show used to be focused more so along new cars, and we're starting to see a new trend come in, but we're seeing some of our local cars from the community come out and make an impact at these shows more and more. Tell me your thoughts.
But like I stated, the auto show has reduced in size, and we're seeing now the local car clubs try to fill the void. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And definitely getting a chance to showcase some of the custom rides that people spend their hard-earned time and cash into creating. I think this is something new. It reminds me a little bit of Tuna Galleria, and who knows, maybe that flair has drifted over to the auto show, and this is something we would definitely see continue moving forward. Now, when I was growing up, it was something that you saw a hint of, but it's starting to become a bigger and more growing culture, or should I say place with the auto show. It's a different look. I like it. Like I said, we're not going to complain about who didn't show up, but we're going to appreciate the rides and the people that did come to support and give us a nice auto show to showcase cars. As we make our way to the tuner, or should I say drifter area, we start to see a lot of cars from our past. And it kind of reminds me of the first Fast and Furious vibe, but not with that type of detailed customization as far as the animation or the striping on the cars. But we can tell the performance aspect has definitely been added to many of these vehicles. And like I said, this is a new touch for the auto show, and I really, really like the commitment and the showcasing the cars that were brought out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So as we step over into Rex's event, we see he has a lot of unique cars on showcase. And as you look at these custom built Porsches, they are becoming more and more of a desire, and they're definitely unique. Something that will turn your head, or should I say catch your eye when they come past on the street. Because yes, these guys actually drive these cars, and they show up at a lot of events throughout the Chi-Town area. So don't be surprised if you see one of these going past you on the street. But what I will sit there and say is Rex still has the heat. As you look at this Lamborghini, and yes, a KTM. Many of you are like, what is a KTM? It's that gray, beautiful sports car with the hood open, or should I say the cockpit open like a fighter jet. And right next to it is a LFA. Yes, a Lexus LFA. Need I say more?
We got a LFA. You heard me, a Lexus LFA. All carbon fiber tub, carbon fiber aero. This thing is built for pure speed and lightweight.
As you see, we have the OG in the car community in attendance. Yes, my man Catfish from Catfish Corner. Go follow his channel, man. Check him out. He's the OG in the game in the Chicagoland area. When you see him in his presence, everybody knows who he is. Check out the man's page, Catfish Corner on YouTube. Now we're getting to the part of the show which is typically Perillo's event. It's where we see all the high-end, should I say, supercars and exotic cars brought out to be displayed at the Chicago Auto Show. I will say I really commend them for keeping up the trend and coming out and showcasing vehicles. We have the Lamborghini Revuelto out here. We have the Aston Martin DBX 707. And we have the new Aston Martin DBX S, which is a little bit more refined version of the previous DBX. I'm going to tell you right now, the new Aston Martin DB12 has really caught my eye. I think it's a car I would like to potentially own. Yeah, I'm not really the supercar guy. I like the features you can get inside of cars, and the new Aston Martin DB12 actually, I'm feeling it. I'm vibing with this car. But don't get me wrong, the Aston Martin DBS over here, which is the V12 turbocharged, or should I say twin turbocharged car, is something else too. I just don't know if I'm that committed to the game. As you see the Maserati over here, the Maserati presence isn't what I thought it would be. I would have loved to see the mid-engine supercar they got at, but they didn't bring it out. But as we look at these Bentleys, it's still something about a Continental GT that just catches my eye and a desire. It's a car I truly always wanted to own, and looking at this sky blue one, I can feel it. But of course, we all know that it's really not about the Bentley, because the Bentley is on the performance side. When especially when it comes to the exotic side of the house, I prefer the Rolls Royce options. And me personally, I like the Wraith. Now, we don't have the Wraith anymore because times have changed and they've been updated, but tell me what you think of these Rolls Royces. And like I said before, I really appreciate them for bringing out the nice heat and showcasing these cars. As we take a look at these Lambos, I mean, it's a Huracan, it's a Lambo. Need you say more? So now we're in the Overlander area, and people don't understand. Overlanders is the way you go off-roading, or should I say camping, modernized, in a facility or in a vehicle that accommodates that lifestyle. Let's take a look. So of course Lady V likes to play around in the cars, and she really likes camping. I'm not gonna lie to you, she's taken me camping more than I ever went camping in my
why
life.
not?
So these vehicles definitely speak to her.
The song On the Road Again is for purpose. On the road again, in style, modernized. I can cook, make pancakes, bacon, wash dishes, get in the bed. Okay, I have to ask, how do you get in the bed?
We're working on a step for this one, but there's the pull-out toilet you can use as a step to it. It has heavy-duty
The red button?
door size. Both of the red buttons you have to push down at the same time. And then you can use that as a step.
You don't want to put your foot on this toilet? Will you go through? A heavy person, maybe?
It's made to support like 300 pounds, so
Hot diggity. Okay. Yep, all right.
Now, this is a nice
one.
little camping.
Yeah.
I like the swivel
like
chairs.
No, the swivel chairs have me.
it's cool, right?
You want a swivel.
The other long wheelbase one has a shower in there. Check that one out yet?
So the funny thing about it is we used to go camping twice a year. And when we went camping, the beautiful thing that we never got to experience was actually taking a mobile unit. That was something we wanted to do. But looking at this van, I don't know if it's actually a serious purchase because we don't go camping, or should I say living off the grid enough. But if this is something out there we can rent, it's definitely something we're going to look into because we have some camping adventures already lined up for this year. If you would like to see those showcased on the channel, let me know, and that way you can have some fun with us. Now as we look at this one, this thing is gigantic. I guess this would be more of the Apocalypse Now vehicle. I guess this is truly for something like researching, and we're just not those people, but I'm definitely interested in seeing where they can showcase with this one.
Oh, this is cool. I want one. Let me see.
That one's really cool. It has a dishwasher, a laundry machine. You want me to show you the features first, and then you can...
How about that? Thank you.
So this habitat box sleeps 4 people. There's a big queen size bed in the back. And then up front, this is a dinette area where the cushions fold out. The table aligns with this height. So you have one bed here. And there's eventually going to be an elevator bed that goes up and down for another like bunk bed.
I love that.
We got a double induction cooktop here, big, massive sink here with a full size fridge and freezer.
Yes.
Check this out. A dishwasher.
No way.
Full dishwasher in here. And then there's also a laundry machine down here.
What?
So you can wash your clothes in here.
Up. I want one.
This is a really big bathroom. So you have a toilet in here. It's gonna be a shower with a vanity and the vanity mirror here. Lots of storage throughout. It's a really awesome, exciting build we got.
Queen size bed. Lots of storage, I see. And this is the refrigerator?
Yes. There's a fridge up top and then the freezer on the bottom.
Okay, now, do you need a CDL to drive this?
No.
Really? You can have a regular driver's license.
Apparently so.
Apparently so. Have you driven it?
I haven't. I don't know how to drive it.
I like it.
It's pretty cool, right?
I like it so much.
I love the rugged off-road look on the outside, and then the inside's very homey, Scandinavian-like.
I love it. Well, now you gotta own it.
Yeah.
You're telling everybody about it. You must own it.
I wish I could own it.
Now, as we close out this video, I just wanted to showcase the highlight of the auto show for me when it comes to the virtual experience, which is what Subaru had on display. I really enjoyed this, and it made me feel like I was part of the outdoors while I was looking at their cars and listening to their presentation. But as I close this video out, all I would like to sit there and say is, yes, it kind of felt a little bit bad not seeing Land Rover in attendance, seeing Mercedes in attendance, seeing Lincoln in attendance to showcase a Navigator. So we have some major manufacturers that pulled out of the auto show, which I feel like that wasn't a good representation for their customers or the clientele, but we're not going to focus on them not being here. Maybe they'll show up next year, but as for now,
Goodbye, Chicago Auto Show 2026. Peace. Mic drop. Pew.
I would say it still delivered like it was supposed to. I have no regrets. I don't feel like the auto show owed me anything. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching.